Hello students, welcome to today's class. The third part of exercise 2C. Question number 10. Find the sum invested at 10% compounded annually on which the interest for the third year exceeds the interest of the first year by rupees 252. It is said in the question as a sum of money is invested and the rate of interest is 10%. And the compound interest is compounded annually, that means yearly. The interest of the third year exceeds the interest of the first year by rupees 252. It means to say that the difference between the interest of first year and the third year will lead to rupees 252. While learning the applications of compound interest, we have learned that compound interest of the third year will be more than the compound interest of the first year. So the difference between the compound interest of the third year and the first year will be equal to rupees 252. As the sum is not given in the question, let us consider the principal as rupees 100 and the rate of interest as 10%, and the interest at the end of the first year will be equal to rupees 10 and the amount will be equal to rupees 110. And in the second year, the principal will be equal to rupees 110, rate of interest is 10%, so the interest at the end of the second year is rupees 11 and the amount will lead to rupees 121. Continue with the third year. For the third year, principal amount is rupees 121, rate of interest is 10% and the amount at the end of the interest at the end of the third year is rupees 12.1. As it is given in the question, the difference between the interest of third year and first year, let us calculate what is the difference between the interest of first year and third year for the principal amount 100, what we have assumed in the beginning of the question. So the difference between the interest of third year and first year is equal to rupees 2.1. Now compare this interest with the given interest in the question. If the difference between the interest of the third year and the first year is rupees 2.1, then the principal or the sum will be equal to rupees 100. If it is rupees 252, what is the principal? So the principal will be equal to rupees 12,000. Question number 11. A man borrows rupees 10,000 at 10% compound interest yearly. At the end of each year, he pays back 30% of the sum borrowed. How much money is left unpaid just after the second year? So by the question we can know that a sum borrowed is rupees 10,000 and rate of interest is 10%. Compound interest is compounded annually. At the end of every year, a man pays back 30% of the sum borrowed. Now we have to find out what is the money left unpaid just after the second year. So continue with the first year process. For the first year, principal is 10,000, rate of percentage is 10%, and the interest will be rupees 1,000 and the amount will be equal to rupees 11,000. As he repays back 30% of the sum borrowed, calculate 30% of 10,000, that leads to rupees 3,000, and the amount due or amount balance at the end of first year is rupees 8,000. This is one of the new adjustment which you have to know, do it when it is said that a certain sum of money is paid back at the end of each year. As regularly, we used to consider the amount at the end of first year as the principal of the second year. But if he pays back or if any adjustment is given in the question, so before going for the second year, complete the given adjustment and calculate the actual amount due for the next year. So in this problem, after first year, the amount due is equal to rupees 8,000. Consider this as the principal for second year and the amount due at the end of second year is 8,800. Again he repays back the amount at the end of second year, that is rupees 3,000. Hence the amount due at the end of the second year is rupees 5,800. Question number 12. A man borrows rupees 10,000 at 10% compound interest yearly. At the end of each year, he pays back 20% of the amount for that year. How much money is left unpaid after the second year? Just underline this sentence, children. At the end of each year, he pays back 20% of the amount for that year. In the previous problem, just underline the sentence. At the end of each year, he pays back 30% of the sum borrowed. So in both the cases, the certain sum of money is paid back after each year. But major difference is, in question number 11, 30% of the sum borrowed is paid back, but in question number 12, 20% of the amount for that year. That means, after calculating the amount due at the end of first year, on that certain sum of money, 20% is paid back. But in question number 11, it is said that 30% of the sum borrowed. So at the beginning, what is the principal? Rupees 10,000. On that 30% means 3,000 is paid back every year. But here the amount differs. Let us see how to find the solution for this question. Consider principal as 10,000, rate as 10%, and the interest at the end of first year is 1,000, and the amount due at the end of first year is 11,000. Now we have to calculate 20% of 11,000. That leads to rupees 2,200, and the balance amount at the end of the first year is 11,000 minus 2,200, which is equal to rupees 8,800. Consider this as the principal of second year as rupees 8,800, rate of interest as 10%, and the amount and the interest for the second year is rupees 9,680. Calculate 20% of 9,680, which leads to rupees 1,936. So the amount due at the end of second year is equal to rupees 9,680 minus 1,936. Amount leads to rupees 7,744. So money is left unpaid just after the second year is amounts to rupees 7,744. By this we have completed all the problems of exercise 2C. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.